Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Chris. We are going to be doing another reading vlog this week. I just got a notification from my Livy from a book that I am so excited to start. It is not only my first Karen Slaughter book, it is her newest release, We Are All Guilty Here. Good things already so far from the ARC readers and some of my friends already. So I was like, you know what? I think this is going to be my first Karen Slaughter book. And I have to report that I am 50% in. I started it yesterday and I'm devouring this book. It's so gripping. I'm so obsessed with how Karen Slaughter tells her stories. Audio is not only very long, I think it's 17 hours, but it doesn't even feel long. And I think the audiobook is done very well. I would highly recommend the audio. But from what I gather, Karen Slaughter does a lot of legal thriller, very dark and disturbing trigger warning thrillers. And that's kind of the books I like. So far, I'm enjoying it. This is essentially about a woman that we're following. We're following a couple POVs at the moment, but the main POV that we're following, her name's Emmy, and she's a police officer. And she comes from a family of authority. Her dad is the chief of police, and they're currently on a case to find two missing young girls, I believe 14 or 15 years old. And so they're doing this, they're on this case, they're looking for these girls, and some things happen that it's really sad and disturbing. And so then we're going 12 years later, and another girl has gone missing, and she's 14 years old. I don't want to say too much because that could be a spoiler, but it's just sounding very similar to the case 12 years ago. Let's just put it that way. So far, this is so good. I don't feel like there's any fluff. Pacing is so well done. Every chapter I'm just like, wow, oh my gosh. I'm just very interested in the story and I'm just compelled, honestly. So I definitely will be finishing this today. This is feeling like a 5-star. Being really transparent, this is feeling very much like a 5-star. I am just loving everything about it. I love how dark, I love how disturbing it is. I love how real it feels because just of the characters that we're following, it just feels very real. And I'm loving the atmosphere of it. Like I said, I'm literally enjoying the writing and I'm really enjoying the audiobook. It's really great. So we're starting off strong with a very dark, disturbing book. And if you like the video, please like and subscribe and comment. It really helps my video. I will check in with you guys when I finish the book. So I finished We Are All Guilty Here, and I'm rating it 5 stars. I'm rating it 5 stars. Oh my god, this was my first Karen Slaughter book and it did not disappoint. Honestly, I knew going in that I was gonna like her books because from what people say, it sounds up my alley. But this was so good. It was so gripping, so compelling, such a page turner, even though I listened to audio, but the audio was phenomenal. So many twists and turns, so many lies, so many secrets. Oh, it was just so good. I just really thoroughly enjoyed it. It was multi-layered. It was just like emotional. I definitely felt my emotions. It just had everything and it was so good. I'm happy I finally read one of her books and I'm just happy that the last book of August is a 5-star. Woo! Oh man, awesome. Now I have to see what my next read is gonna be, so I will update you guys possibly tomorrow because today's Friday and I have a short day at work, and after work I'm gonna go hang out with my friend. We're gonna have a couple drinks and just catch up a bit. I'll probably get some b-roll for you guys. Maybe I'll start another audio while I'm out and about because I do have some physical that it's on my radar, and I do have a few audios that pair with them. So I don't know what I'm in a mood for. Obviously, We Are All Guilty Here was a legal thriller. And honestly, this month I've read so many legal thrillers that were really good, I'm not gonna lie. But I'm kind of craving something else at the moment. I think I'm a little wiped out from the legal thrillers, so I'm gonna see what I have and just test them out and see what sticks. So I will update you guys when I know. I have to give you guys a quick update because I have anxiety. This book is giving me freaking anxiety, and I'm only 12%. I feel like it's reading so fast, just like Chevy Stevens' books. I've read 2 of her books before, and one of them I did rate a 5-star, which was Those Girls. Phenomenal. And then the other one was, oh, I'll put it on the screen. I don't remember the name of it right now. And that one was just okay. The ending kind of fell flat for me, so it was all right. It wasn't my favorite. But I really enjoy her writing style. In both books, I read them so fast, so easy, and very suspenseful, every chapter pretty much had cliffhanger chapters, and I love that. And so we're pretty much following a couple that recently had a stillborn pregnancy. So they're grieving and they decide to do a little road trip. They're from Seattle and they decide to do a road trip to Canada in an RV and just go through Canada. And I think they're going to what is it called? The Olympics. They're going to go check out the Olympics because the husband is a coach for the school, the basketball coach, and then the wife, she obviously just lost the baby, so she's recovering and she's grieving. So definitely check your triggers for that, for child loss and miscarriaging and stillborn pregnancy. But so they're on this road trip and they meet another couple at one of the campsites and they decide to help them because they're very young and you can see they're kind of struggling, and they get along with them, but this couple is not who they seem to be. So we just got some info that is literally, it's so suspenseful, and I just love when books do that, especially so early on. But that's where I'm at right now. I will give you guys an update when I'm about 50% or if something else happens, but so far I'm enjoying it. And also, don't mind my little, I have red marks on my face because earlier I was doing facial cupping. I don't know, it's pretty much like a silicone and you suction your face and it helps with lymphatic drainage, circulation, and deep puffiness in your face and stuff like that. So whatever, I was doing all of that, so it kind of left me a little marks. They're just temporary, they'll go away eventually. But I didn't notice them and I'm like, oh my god, they think this left mark. So don't mind that. Just FYI. So I just want to check in with you guys. I am 60% in and still enjoying it, but I do have some qualms. And my qualms are that it is getting a little repetitive. I feel like they're now in, the couple that we're following are now in a like hostage situation, and the couple that has them hostage, it's just like every day is the same day but different scenarios, and it's been days now since like around 45%, even 40%, it's kind of been the same thing. So I feel like it's dragging a little bit and it's just very repetitive, so it's getting me a little frustrated because our female main character, I understand, like I'm like thinking if it was you in the situation, like I get it, it's scary, but it's been days, like do something. She's just complying with everything, and I get it. You have to comply to a certain extent when your life is on the line, but it's getting to the point where if he wanted you guys dead, he would have killed you. Like at this point, it's like now or never, and it's getting me a little annoyed because you guys know I hate a weak female main character in my books, and the husband is currently like immobile, like he's hurt and he can't really do anything. But then also I'm like, yo, my man, I'm sorry, even if he was hurt, he's still gonna kick some ass. I don't know, like, oh, like it's frustrating me a little bit. So I'm really hoping from now till the end that it picks up, it takes a turn for the better, and it really shows something, like, you know, it makes me feel like, yeah, finally, you know, that feeling. So we'll see. I'm obviously gonna push through, and I'm probably gonna update you guys when I finish. guys. So I wound up finishing last night The Hitchhikers, and I'm gonna go with a 3-star. Ah. Yes, unfortunately, I predict the ending. I predict all of it. And unfortunately, the dragging that I was talking about just kept doing that. The female main character wound up finally at the very, very end, like doing stuff, actually, like doing something, fighting for her freedom. And I wished for a better conclusion. I wish there was more time for like fighting versus being hostage. The majority of the book was just them being hostage, and it frustrated. Unfortunately, with this arc, it wasn't my fave at all from her. But yeah, 3 stars. Bummer. I'm not sure what I'm gonna read next, but I am gonna read this new book that an indie author is coming out with. She posted a TikTok, and I was like, "Ooh, that sounds so good." I'll put the pictures on the screen. But she allowed you to get the first 3 chapters. So I did download the first 3 chapters so I can just see if it would be up my alley. I think it will be, so that I can get it when it comes out and support her. But I'm just gonna read that, see if it's, something I'd be into, and then I will let you guys know what my next read will be. Hello vlog, good morning. Wanted to give you guys a quick update on started reading next. I did a little b-roll of my next read, Good Intentions by Brandon Massey, I think it's how you pronounce it. And I recently saw, and this is an urban fiction, and this I saw a TikToker post a video post a video about this, and she was raving about it, and I was like, that sounds so good. And what I'm gathering about urban fiction, because I'm still new to the genre, so if you have more input, please leave them in the comments, because I'm slowly learning about it, but I'm eating it up. Like, I'm eating it up. It is full of drama. Like, if you've read Octavia Grant, this is like that style, and it's just so easy to get into because it's just full of drama. It has sometimes a bit of spice. It is very, very entertaining. I went into this super blind. What I gather, I'm about, I want to say about 25% in. It first starts off with 2 boys, 12 years old, Georgia, and they're really good friends. They've been good friends for a while now, but one of the kids comes from a very bad home situation. He's constantly getting abused. He's constantly being neglected, and just very toxic atmosphere. And so he's always trying to help his friend in any way he can, even if it's just hanging out, just getting his mind off of, his home life. And so the friend comes over and they go for a bike ride. The child that is living in this toxic household, his name is Marvin, riding their bikes, and all of a sudden his stepdad sees him riding his bike. He stops, pretty much grabs him, puts him in the car. It's a whole situation. The main character that we're following, his friend, I forgot his name, something with an N. I'm blanking out on it. I'll put it on the screen though. Marvin winds up leaving his bike because his stepdad threw him in the car and just like rode off. The friend takes his bike to his friend's house, to Marvin's house, because he's like, this is the least I could do for him, so no one steals his bike. And when he gets there, he hears something, and then all of a sudden, next chapter, we're 30 years later. We're following our main character, forgot his name, put it on the screen, and he now owns a few UPS branches, and he is this entrepreneur. He's getting married, he has a fiance, planning a wedding with her, so life is pretty good. He's, working hard to achieve his goals. And he runs into Marvin after all of these years, and Marvin has had a rough life. So he decides to get him a job and try to help him out any way that he can. That's kind of where I'm at right now, but you can tell things are gonna unravel. So this is just very, I say unserious, but not unserious, because from what I gather with urban fiction, there are very important topics in these books. Just like Octavia Grant, there was very important topics in that book, but it was also very messy, very entertaining, and just wild. Loved it. So yeah, I'm eager to finish reading this one. I hear it gets really good. The book that I started, it is also an urban fiction. It is actually book 3 in the Homies, Lovers, and Friends series. I started this in August. All of the audio is on Hoopla, and I started it randomly one day, book 1, and it was so good. And when I tell you, my jaw was on the floor multiple times. Check your triggers, please. This is very, very crazy, very messy, and so many cliffhanger chapters. It read so fast. It was just so entertaining. So when I finished book 2, it left on such a cliffhanger, but on Hoopla you can only add 12 books a month to like borrow 12 books a month, and that was my 12th book. So I literally had to wait 2 weeks to get book 3. So now that it's September, yesterday was September 1st, I immediately added it and I started it. So I'm not far along in, but obviously that book, I can't really share too much with you guys because it's book 3. So I would highly suggest book 1 and 2. I rated them both 4.5 star last month. But if you liked book 1, you're gonna love all of them. I'm having a good time. It helps me get out of my head. So those are the books that I'm currently reading right now. I will give you updates on Good Intentions when I have them. I do need to go to work. I have a long day today. So, and I don't have this on audio, unfortunately. So I will most likely give you guys an update tomorrow. I will read when I get home tonight. I will check in with you guys then. Good morning vlog. So yesterday was such a long day. When I tell you, I was so drained, but I did manage to get 50% into Good Intentions. I'm feeling the dread of it and also the annoyance of Marvin, which is the childhood friend that grew up under really bad circumstances. Nate, I found out his name. Nate is the guy that grew up to own these UPS stores, gave Marvin a job, but this man is so infuriating. He is so ungrateful. You can tell that he has some type of vendetta or even some type of plan to sabotage Nate in some way. He's being disrespectful with Nate's fiance, and it's driving me absolutely berserk. He's giving creepy vibes, and I'm like, ew. And he's done already a few things where, oh my god, it's just rubbing me the wrong way. But obviously this is what, I'm pretty sure this is what the author intended. So I'm eager to see how this is gonna unravel, because I only have less than 100 pages left, if not 100 pages left. So I'm gonna try to get through most of that today, if not all of it. I am feeling a little bit of a mental, I don't know, drain, or just, I'm not feeling great mentally right now. So I feel like I need to get out of the house and read and just have a little bit of me time and do a few things that just make me happy. So that usually does the trick, especially reading in a different atmosphere, like a coffee shop or somewhere else that's just setting the mood. I always feel better after that. So I definitely want to do that today. And then I also want to share with you some book mail that I received. This I bought myself, and I just took the plunge because I was hearing a few people talk about this on socials. And one thing I love, well, I love a lot of things, but one thing I really love in books is witchy stuff. So witches, Gothic vibes, time set in different time periods. Oh, I just eat that up. So I did get The Bewitching by Silvia Moreno Garcia. And I just posted my August wrap up, or August reading wrap up, and I'm trying to build my September TBR generally around Hispanic authors, because it is Hispanic Heritage Month. So I thought, what a perfect way to add this to September's TBR. That is the video I just posted, so you can check it out. I did put a little bit of what's on my radar for September TBR, and I know this is in large print. I did see that when I bought it, but to me, I do not mind it because my eyes are like, I need to get my eyes checked again because it's been a few years. So this really helps me. So I don't mind that at all. And I'm just hearing such great things. This is set in the 1800s and the 1900s. And I believe we're following 3 POVs in 3 different time periods. And oh man, that just makes me so excited already, just knowing that alone. So I am so excited to dive into this. And I think as soon as I'm done with Good Intentions, I'm either gonna pick this up or Vampires of El Norte. I'm gonna read a few chapters of each and just see which one sticks, and hopefully add it to this vlog, because I feel like we could add one more to the vlog. So I am so excited to have this in my possession. And then the other one was actually a spontaneous purchase because I saw one TikTok talking about this book, but the way she described it and the way she was raving about it, I was like, oh, that's something I would be interested in. And it was pretty affordable. I think it was on sale. So it's called The Vanishing of Josephine Reynolds. This is a historical fiction, and I really love historical fictions. As you can tell already, I love anything historical. And this just sounded really interesting. Can one thoughtless wish erase a life? That sounds so intriguing already, just that alone. It says, widowed at 35, Josephine Reynolds wishes she could disappear, but her concerned sister convinces her to buy their ancestral home, a craftsman bungalow, in despair and foreclosure. It's a welcoming distraction, and Josephine can't believe her luck when she finds the home's original door in a salvage yard. When she installs the door and steps through it, Josephine is transported into 1927, where she meets her great-grandmother Alma, vivacious and daring woman running an illegal speakeasy in the bungalow's basement. Are you serious? We got different time. And I think that was the video when she was like, oh, this has a time travel trope in it, which I also, I just eat it up. I love time travel. And he said in 1927, and then we're following her grandma and just finding her about her ancestral line. Oh, that excites me so much when it comes to historical fiction. So this just sounded so good. I can't wait to dive into this one. And then just the last one is called Maneater, and this one's just a silly fun time. And I believe this is a romance along with a mystery suspense. And that always sounds so fun to me. And the flap on this book, ooh, so good. And it is signed. I got this on TikTok Shop. And it just sounds really good. Man, look at this freaking cover. It's stunning. And I don't really know anything about it. I just know that it's romance with suspense, and what is it? Mavens are the job to solve the mystery on who is sabotaging a luxury resort. Josie, nicknamed the Man-Eater, is using her powers of persuasion to get the intel they need, while Rowan, a nuance from her past and a VP of operations for the resort, keeps getting in her way, but she's not backing down. Love or disaster, neither of them is ready for what's coming next. So sounds fun, sounds like a silly goofy time, and I love that when I'm feeling a little bit slumpy, so I figured why not. But just wanted to show that to you guys. I am gonna take my kids to school. I'm gonna come back, have breakfast, and then figure out where I'm gonna go to read. Oh, I also finished book 3 of Lovers and Friends. I rated that one a 3.5 compared to the other 2 that I rated 4.5. This one felt a little less drama filled, but still a good time. And I'm on book 4, and I think this is the last of the series, so I'm hoping this one packs a punch. Overall, I just really enjoy this series. If you like watching a Medea movie or a my god, what's his name? Gosh, I'm having such a brain fart because I really love his movies. I'm gonna put his name on the screen, but his movies are so like full of drama, full of like dropping moments, and this is what this series is giving me. I'm telling you right now, it's a lot, but I'm having fun. I'm enjoying it so much. And I'm finishing that probably today or tomorrow, but the intentions is definitely like 1 thing to read right now so I can finish it and then go on to my next read, because it's September, which is spooky season, and I want the spooky vibes, I want the gothic vibes. So yeah, The Bewitching or Vampires of El Norte is gonna be next. Okay, so I just got to the coffee shop and I did bring Vampires of El Norte, Isabel Cañez, and The Bewitching by Sylvia Moreno Garcia. Do a chapter each and see how I'm feeling about which book I should choose. So I figured, why not bring it to the coffee shop and just get those vibes going. Back from the coffee shop and I did my little taste test, my chapter taste test with both of these books. I think I'm gonna go with Vampires of El Norte next, because this book was just giving me the vibes I was looking for. I did enjoy The Bewitching. We are starting off in an academic setting, and dark academia I do like, but it's not like I have to be in the mood for it. So I think this is just gonna take a little more than one chapter to really immerse myself with, but I will be reading a few chapters here and there just to get to that point while I'm reading, you know, other books. But I'm gonna put most of my effort into this one after I'm done with Good Intentions. I'm so glad I went to the coffee shop, because I was feeling so like, oh, I just want to lay down in my bed. But I already knew I was probably going to pass out if I did that. And just going to the coffee shop and putting my headphones in and hearing my piano music, reading my books, it just fully immerses myself. Like I get fully immersed when I do that. And it just felt so good. It felt very like refreshing. I got me back into that headspace of just focusing and reading and enjoying the book. So that was so good. About like 30 more minutes until I have to get ready for work. So I'm going to get back into Good Intentions and try to get a few more chapters in before I head into work. Good morning, guys. So I finished Good Intentions yesterday. Yay! I did rate it at 3.5 stars. This was thoroughly entertaining. It definitely had suspense leading up to the end. And I didn't actually predict what was going to happen, so I was pleasantly surprised. But this was definitely like an urban fiction popcorn thriller for sure. I would definitely recommend it if that's your thing. It's on Kindle Unlimited, so check it out. But yeah, I did rate it 3.5. It was still a good time. Didn't blow me away, but it still was a very good time. So just wanted to update you guys. I'm gonna have some breakfast, and then I am gonna read Vampires of El Norte. Yeah, baby. I'm so excited to get into this gothic atmosphere. Good morning vlog. So I am about 50% into Vampires of El Norte by Isabel Cañez, and this is set in 1800s in Mexico. It has vampires, it has Western feel, it is supernatural, and it is gothic. I love all of those things. And the writing style, although I did have a little bit of trouble getting into it originally because this is my first book from Isabel Cañez, so I was just it took me a little longer to get into this world and just understand certain lingo that was being said in the book. But now that I'm 50% in, I did have to do some Googling with some words, but now that I'm 50%, I am definitely grasping better, and I feel like I'm fully immersed into this world, and I'm really enjoying where it's going. I'm enjoying the atmosphere. It is very you can feel like the heat of Mexico by the description in the book and how the writing style is. So I really like that. Sense the like someone's behind you, someone's watching you feel, and that also is very entertaining for me. So I am really liking this. There is a romance in this that is, you know, bubbling up, and I'm eager to see where that goes. Overall, I'm having a great time with it. It is definitely more of a slow pace the typical Gothic kind of book. It is more of a slow-paced book. I do not mind that in my books. I don't mind a slow-paced burn as long as there's a plot, there's still some intrigue throughout the book. And this definitely has that. The first two chapters, well, actually the first chapter, we already are getting introduced to the vampire element. And I love that because sometimes with vampire books, they wait until like 70% to get into the vampires, and I'm like, I'm here for the vampires, I want more vampires. So I like that. Also has a lot of cliffhanger chapters, which I really enjoy as well. The writing is very beautiful, very descriptive, other than having to Google a few things and just trying to understand the writing style and stuff. As soon as I did that and I was like, oh, okay, got it. Now I get it. I'm fully immersed. We're following Nena. Her name is Magdalena, but people call her Nena. She is part of a very important family in the ranch that she lives in. And so she is the daughter of, you know, someone high and mighty. I don't remember the proper term for it, and I don't want to butcher it right now, but he is very important. It's the mayor of the town. We're following her straight from the bat at 13 years old, I believe, and she's sneaking out of the house to meet one of her best friends, Nestor. They wound up going out because Nestor wants to show her something, and I think it was like stones or crystals, something like that. So they're out there in the night, they come across the vampire. This is all in the first chapter. Nena gets attacked and Nestor thinks that she's dead, and he brings her back to her house. He fears for his life because obviously this is a very important person. People are gonna think that he hurt Nena. So he runs and he never looks back. And so now we're 9 years later and we're following Nestor. So two POVs at the moment, Nestor and Nena. And so we're following Nestor now 9 years later on where he is and, you know, his life currently. And so right now he's ranchero, so he takes care of the ranches. He's also very promiscuous. He sleeps with all of the widows, like the people that he works for, pretty much all the widows and wives. So he has a little bit of a name. And then one day he gets a letter from his hometown, from his cousin, I believe, saying that we need you to come back because someone's trying to take their land and we need as many recruits to come back and help us, you know, defend our land. So he goes back after 9 years and he sees something that totally shocks him, and he's just now defending, you know, his land and stuff. So that's kind of where I'm at. Obviously there's way more to that, but I don't want to give too much away. But just know it's very compelling. It's beautiful writing. You just have to, you know, it does take some time to kind of snowball into that. So you just got to be a little patient, but seeing all the beauty in the writing and the beauty in the book itself. So I am really much enjoying this. I am eager to see my final thoughts. So I will check in with you guys when I'm finished with the book.
The romance in this is so cute. Oh my god. It's like the tension that I love in my romance. And it's just like the I hate you, but I love you. And I'm like, I'm just eating it up.
It is later on in the day and I have finished Vampires of El Norte. Whew. This took me on a wild ride and I loved it. I'm rating this a 4.5 star. This was so refreshing when it came to the vampire element. This was vivid, it was moody, it was eerie, it had beautiful atmospheric imagery. I visualized everything that this author described. This also had a folklore with a Gothic undertone that just satisfies your palate. Oh my gosh. And it also had this forbidden romance that was full of tension, full of yearning, and developed so beautifully. We're set at the backdrop of Texas and a Mexican border in the 1840s, and you can definitely feel that. A seamless, genre-blended book with horror, romance, and suspense, and so much more, I feel like. I really like that the author made the vampire a device that provides commentary on class, race, and colonialism. The action also in this book was so much fun to follow. It was intense. When we're dealing with the rancheros getting hurt, it felt very surreal. It felt very visceral. You felt like you were there trying to take care of all these rancheros. Another thing too that I enjoyed was the curandera. I really like that aspect, which is pretty much a healer. So Nena is a healer and she's learned from her abuela, her grandma, and using herbs to, heal the body. And I love that. I love holistic medicine. So just reading about it, I connected with it, and I really, really enjoyed that aspect of it as well. Also had really good character development, and overall, I would highly recommend this book if you love a book that just has a bit of everything and a ton of depth and important meaning. This was such a win. I just knew it. I felt it, and I'm glad I was right. I really hope you enjoyed the vlog. If you did, please like and subscribe. It really helps my channel, and I will see you in the next video. I hope you have a beautiful day.